Welcome to Good Home Training, where we have sharp takes and soft landings on Blackness, pop culture mess, and the state of everything. I'm Brittany.
And I'm Ashley.
Let's get into it. Hello, everyone. This
Howdy.
is sort of... Howdy. This is basically a pre-episode, if you will. We thought it would be a great chance to explain the name of our podcast, our segments, and what you can expect. So let's start with the name. We are Good Home Training, Brittany and Ashley. And the name, I don't know, we were doing a lot of brainstorming, child, and I really don't know how it came about now that I'm actually supposed to be explaining it.
The name came about because we realized that there's so many different facets wrapped up in our identity as young Black millennial women. And we come from this very specific point in time where we're raised by people who know how to act, and we are constantly around people who do not know how to act and
are.
And we also come from the Midwest, and there are very specific rules that you learn growing up in the Midwest. And I think we were able to tie in what it means to navigate through this world in a certain way with some sense and with some good home training. And we tie that into the way that we view different things that we like to talk about.
For sure. Thank you for that. And so let's just talk about the segments that you can expect. So we're going to start off every episode with a testimony. And this is basically just like our decompressing, our check-in. Ashley and I are real friends in real life. And so sometimes it's like, oh, we haven't talked in a while. Like, what's new with you? So it'll show up as this both like, how you been, friend? How you been, girl? And also show up as like things that we're working through, things that maybe we need a little good juju towards, and also things that we're celebrating.
And you can think of this whole podcast as not just targeted towards people who get it, and if you're out there listening, you know who you are, but also people who happen to be in the room and who are able to listen with open and receptive ears. So that's why we wanted that segment to be a little bit more real. And then we'll go into something called Grown Folks Business, which will be more about our hot topics, current events, what's happening, things that we are interested in that need a little bit more color to them, and things that, you know, when you were younger and you would walk into the room and your parents would all of a sudden stop talking because you weren't really supposed to be in there. They were really getting into some tea.
That's getting into it.
Business.
And it is. So kick the kids out. This is for the growns, the grown and sexies, for sure. And then next we have Black Folks Business, which here's the thing. Every time I think about how to explain this, I think this is in like our original like planning session or something. I literally just wrote the slap. If you know, you know. It's that encapsulates what grown folks business or what Black folks business is. It also is kind of grown folks business, but it is specifically Black folks business because there are just some things that happen in pop culture, in politics, in our world, in life, where it's like everyone can listen in and learn, right? But everyone doesn't necessarily need to comment or be the loudest voice on the topic. So consider Black folks business the area where we are talking about Black shit because we are Black girls.
Yes, we are.
Our experience is informed. Yes, our experience is informed by that, and so this is where we will bring, I guess, that lived experience to this space, especially. I guess it'll be all throughout the podcast, but definitely in that segment.
Yeah. Sometimes you really got to drill down and talk to your own people because sometimes it be your own people.
You know, you got to touch and agree. You know, you just need to touch and agree. That's what this is. Touch and agree.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to look to your neighbor, say, neighbor, get it together. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do.
And will.
Sometimes we also need to look to our neighbor and say, open your purse. And we are self-funded. We are self-published. And so we have non-ad advertisements because we both love to explore different brands and products and recommend them to each other. So we thought it'd be amazing to recommend them to you, our listeners. And this is also an opportunity for you, our listeners, who are also brands, to jump in if you want to sponsor and be a part of the Good Home Training wave.
Yes. Open those purses, please. And then next, we have The View from K-12. I can't even take credit for this amazing segment title. But Ashley has this theory that that Seat K-12 is the best in the movie theater. And I've tested it several times since she first told me this. And I'm here to say that she's right. Maybe if you're in a smaller theater, maybe it's J, in a really, really small theater. I mean, who knows? But it's a good seat. Now, this is our secret. This is for the listeners only. Don't be going and telling people about this.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So in this segment, we will be talking about what we're watching. And we watch listen, all I do is watch TV. It's a problem. So we'll be talking about scripted TV, reality TV, movies, like any sort of media that we are, maybe a YouTube channel, I don't know, any sort of media that we are consuming. This is where we will talk about it.
And we will bring you some of those amazing hot takes and soft landings for all of that, because we aren't just going to watch and recap. We're actually going to get into how it makes us feel, what we think,
yes.
because we have a lot of opinions.
Yes, and the implications of it, right? I think that's a good to name. This is not a recap podcast. Maybe there will be some rewatch type episodes and things like that, but ultimately we're here to give maybe a high level recap and more of this is what we thought about the meat of it, or these are the implications in society of it. We're gonna excavate,
Ooh,
there's a lot to say. There's a lot to say.
Come on with a $5 word, which we are so full of. And so one thing that we didn't mention, neither one of us are journalists. I'm an educator.
Oh, yes.
Brittany is. How exactly would you like to define yourself?
So here's the thing. I'm getting comfortable saying that I'm a business owner.
Yes.
I'm a business owner. I own my own business. I own a consulting firm with my family. I don't know that I recommend that. I'll talk about that throughout the podcast. But for that, I am a copywriter, a marketing and communication strategist. I was a journalist in a former life, still use some of those skills today, but certainly not giving journalism on this podcast. I mean, we're not just gonna make up stuff. We do link to real articles, real publications. Do what you will with that information.
Yes.
But we are not breaking news here. We are not. It's just we're not here to get you to understand whatever. This is not the Daily, so
no.
Just know which podcast you're listening to. You can listen to both. We contain multitudes.
Exactly. We contain multitudes, and we're going to highlight some people who also contain multitudes. So I won't take any credit for this amazing segment title, but it's Dispatches from the Third Coast. So we are based here in Chicago. We are both budding Chicagoans.
Best city in the world.
Of course, it's the best city in the world.
Period.
And it's often called the City of Big Shoulders, the Windy City, and also the Third Coast. And we thought this would be an incredible opportunity to highlight some people who are doing really interesting things in our city that we might not always hear about. Or even just interesting events or really active community members, just really cool people that we think deserve a little bit more sunshine.
Yes, yeah. You know about all the yeah, for sure.
Sorry.
You know about all the big names from Chicago, and I think our goal here is to really I always miss my journalism roots. I've been interviewing people this week for stories and I'm like, God, I miss this. But it's a way to I think both honor or at least my journalism roots, but then also honor all the dopeness that comes out of the city, like you've already said. It's important.
Yeah, it's so important. It's so important. And then not only that, but also some people who are really putting their minds to great use and talking about some of those other things we are digging into, like media, like music, honestly, maybe even some socio-political or sociology type of stuff. So some really cool interviews lined up for that segment.
Yes. And so that's what you can expect from us over the next, I don't know, however long, child, over the next several episodes and beyond. That's what you can expect from us in general. We're so excited to get started. We're so excited that this is getting off the ground, and we can't wait for you guys to hear it.
Yeah, it's all happening. We'll have seasons. We won't be releasing every day, every week. We are career women, so we will have seasons, and you'll have those package seasons all ready to go when we are up and rolling. So yeah, we can't wait to talk with you. Can't wait to hang.
Yes. And in the meantime, that's all we have for today. But we'll be back soon with our first episode. And until then, when you go out into the world, remember who you are, remember where you came from, and remember your home training.
Amen.
Bye.
Bye.